You wonder a lot of things, but honestly, this one is happening. I've been trying to tell you for a long time. Excuse me, but this is his sunshine. You got it? Yeah. All right. There's a reason I took a video of clouds that I happened to my loop. There's a reason why I haven't drank the coffee just yet, because I think it might make me poop. I don't want to oop and go too fast, but honestly, man, I think I might be done skipping class, and it's not about me wanting to go back. It's about me wanting to move forward in my life and time. It's about me trying to figure out my life's line and trying to keep life always on the line. Luckily, I have a bird that can keep me company and warm. Her name is Fee, or I call her Phoenix. Honestly, Mac, I'm glad my brother brought you back, and I wish you could see it. What's that? The greatness of my life, and how many decisions over the course, not just one, that keeps me up at night. You see, sacrifices have to be made, and honestly, I just have to say this. Beauty and grace can come, but honestly, this is the way to say it. You can have everything you need. You can have everything intact. You don't need a GED just to get a degree, in fact. Because the funny part is, Jack, you've done a lot of work, and that's on your back. That's my statement. Interlude. We're going to talk today about how I feel like I don't need to go back to school. How I feel like I can close it out here, and even for non-debt reasons. And if it's a weight heavier that I have to push, then I can deal with that season. For some reason, I just don't want to be called lazy or crazy. Sorry if that was too quick of a cut. Honestly, this is how I really want to kind of blow up. Don't want to work in a design firm just to grind it out. Have no need to do that, and honestly, with that, I should be out. But imagine I go back and get a metaphorical doctorate, not like Kanye. But again, that one was taken away. I don't need to state that this is pre-written, because it kind of is, in fact. Listen to your heart, and whatever it wants, you should follow that. Allow me to smoke from my stack. I feel like I'm doing it for others, in fact. Because it's cool, because it's in, because it's hip. But when my kids come out, I'm not going to force them. Because I realize I should have just divorced them. And by that I mean allow them to do what they feel. At least get a high school diploma. You need your prerequisites, but even the kids today can't even write their diplomas. Do they really know what a slip of paper means? And one that's not a check. But at least I have $20 in my wallet so I can have enough cash or gas for that. You see, this is my true love. This is where my heart truly does pour out. And I think on that, I'm ticketing my ticket out. Some things are better left completed. Some things are better left unsaid. I just want you to reverse those statements, and then that's kind of where I'm at with my head. Excuse the look, but I'll call it a target acquired or target in sight. These are the kind of things that still keep me up at night. Because it's either I can choose paying my bills now or potentially paying my bills later. Can't push it off, and honestly, I owe them $563 or some amount, and I can't push that to an afterpay or a pay later. They need it by the 31st to the 28th. And now I'm going to have another bill to rake. I feel coals over I have been raked. I would suggest restarting the track. I'm happy it loops back, in fact. Whenever you're ready, I'm good to go. Allow me to take it slow then. I think there's something to be said about trusting the process in your head, but I think there's something better to be said about trusting the room in your environment. If your gut truly, not the gut or what you put in, but the one that keeps with you when you're hungry, when you're full, when you're in front of all your Thanksgiving kin. If you can trust that right now, I think you know what it means. I'm sorry for breaking into your window, but honestly, my king, you got a life to glean. It's that mean. I'll say it, hopefully not in rhyme, but let's see if I can swerve it real quick. I took your schoolwork because you don't need that shit. And cafeteria, bootlick. I'm sorry for forcing the hand a little bit. I really am. But honestly, I know you will eventually understand. I think you're doing it for the wrong reasons or regret. It's a good place to start, but I want you to say it. I'm moving with the opinion that I'll get a job that I'll like, when honestly, any job I like that's not me on a bike is not a job that, once again, I'll like. Sorry for the full circle. Feel like a kid on a trike. Or maybe we'll say training wheels, in fact. You see, these are the poetic statements that I kind of want to get hip to. These are the poetic statements that I want to rip to. These are the poetic statements that I want to get off my back. It's funny that you can't see it now, but the clouds do come out. And sun is following slowly, even though it's raining out. You see, as the angel of death, or however you want to say it, definitely not God, though. I have to listen to my wife, life, the universe, yo. She broke into my car 2 Saturdays ago. Took my school bag with all my gear in it and took one from something that's going to be a little bit more down the road. But she left one thing, in fact. She left my drawing and my sketchbook. And that's all I needed, Jack. So honestly, I think I might be done, and I think I might call it quits. You don't have to finish the food eating contest and realize the cosmic amount of shit that you're gonna have to take it. You're gonna be like, you ain't a college grad. I'm like, honestly, I got more stacks, but I learned better from that. Because sometimes I just don't need it. On another note, more sour, I wish college, you didn't have to fee it, or afterpay it, or affirm, or put it on credit. Because honestly, I have enough in my stack right now at 26 to say, I get it. And perhaps that little voice was my daughter saying, you should finish that shit. And perhaps that was her making more of a joking statement, talking about an occasion where I was with my friend and we were talking it out. One who I trust and love so much, one who really knows what the words that come out of my mouth. And I really think as the song loops around, because I can tell time and tempo really well, that this will not be the 9th circle of hell. I think kind of like race and creed or color and skin or sexuality kin. I really think that, like all that stuff that I said in my last statement, it's all on the skin. I think it's what you do, and I'm going to take a note from you. College can get you a portfolio, but a portfolio you have really built, my dude. Take a beat. I'm going to take a smoke. I think the hardest part is realizing that I'm currently writing joke. Your book is Jack. No, the space stays the same. I owe that man a call. Why? Because I said I would anyway. These are the statements that I want to be known for. Regardless of however the audio comes back, I know that I can afford. I don't want to be just another whore. I want to have positivity within myself, but I think what I mean is this more. I want to have a life that's fresh. I want to have a life that's new. I want to have a life that's guided by none other than me, not you. And if I really do feel, or life is really telling me in some magical way, to wake up, breaking the glass, and that's all she really had to say. Luckily, you might need that, but I'm glad you took the map quiz. At least you know where all the continents or countries or whatever in Africa is, kid. But you could do the research on yourself if you really need to go. Just saying. You could take it more slow. You don't have to go full stack. What is this? This is probably people who want me to just go back. But who am I doing it for? Am I doing it for me? No, I'm doing it for you. And the reason I can do it in rhyme is because I can do it better, my dude. It's 12:42. It means I don't have time to think about the words coming out. Just the next link. Kind of like Zelda. And to that I'll clink. I don't have higher aspirations for higher education. Honestly, I just like life's education. As hard as it may be, you know what I'm saying? As hard as it may be, you know what I'm saying? It kind of sucks, but, you know, on a bank account I'm praying. And by that I mean on a hope and a dream and a will and a prayer. I believe, mon cher. I believe, mon cher. Literally, my car window was broken into, and they took two things and left with the most important one. The one that would have broken my heart, son. If life doesn't take off the training wheels real quick, you fall on stick and the kickstand don't kick. Just be happy that she gave you a Geico branded helmet, because that would have sucked. That would have hit. Luckily you have insurance. Luckily you have a car. Maybe fix that shit. But maybe with a little bit more free time and less things on your plate, dick, you'll actually kind of be able to breathe. Make believe that you can have everything. Your partner, your Phoenix, your girlfriend has even once said, paying for her own apartment with the makings of 19 an hour bread. Imagine if you could find something that's 20, that's 40 hours a week. Maybe even 35 at 25. I'm just saying, you're 26 right now, my G. That's quick math, you see. Not to mention what you build off of Etsy. Not to mention all the ideas in your brain. But you'll, have more space for as the space stays the same. Try to ignore the guardian flame. I want you to go as long as you want for. So, enjoy the name. Life experiences, know what I'm saying? But life does experience, know what I'm saying? Anyway, retract, start, copy, easy on one, man. I never wanted you to go to college. I wanted you to experience college, but I never wanted you to complete it. Why? I think the better reason to channel a force higher than myself, rhyme is not necessary if you don't choose. I think the better reason to channel a force higher than myself is this. I'm not traditional in any way, kid. And it's not because of my predecessors before me who have dipped when things went well. Bill Gates, Bill Nye, etc. But Bill Nye probably made it, in fact. You see, at the end of the day, I'm going to kind of quote my West Coast brethren, my West Coast brother, Evan, in fact. He said, "You are an artist through and through." And I think that's the only thing that you really want to do. I think that's the only thing that you really want to do. Because I feel like everything is a means to an end, and we're just trying to make ways to make the end, to make ends meet, to make ends. And I think the next one is a really good statement. You can graduate with high marks, top of your class, doesn't mean you're going to get jack shit. Honestly, man, the college application at this point is better than a piece of toilet paper. A piece of paper on the toilet. And my nigga, it stresses you out. Shit, you were pretty close to a manic episode like 2 days ago, but you're better now. And I appreciate the statements for those of you who said something. Those of you who spoke up. Shout out to Phoenix, who keeps pushing. Dreams that are beyond heaven sent. Realizing I don't need to fit the mold that will fit him. fact an artist's statement, and this is the thing that I was saying before. I would rather make the mold myself than just be handed to me by some other fucking one that I adore. There is a way that you can find success in this life for a traditional path. But as a non-traditional, conceptual man in the making, I have to laugh at that. Maybe this is my ending statement. Maybe this is my doctoral thesis that never gets completed. Luckily, my plans will never have to be pleated. Or at least I said that at one point in time. But honestly, I think on my gravestone, I might try to get mine. But I think that's when I've already circled the bracket. And I said this once before, and I think that's exactly where I'm going to try to hack it. I said if I were to go back, man, at 26 right now, I would do sculpture and maybe painting. Things that I would want to be in the studio doing, you know what I'm saying? It's beautiful if you can really listen to those words slow. If I had a time machine, where would I go? That's kind of where I want to end it. So this is all just free thought at this point. Welcome to my Twitch live stream where I just kind of ask you to roll a joint. Listen to your man. Listen to whoever. Listen to the point. You have everything you need and more. In the sketchbook, I want to save your dreams. But that's a little bit too poetic, know what I mean? And I really don't think I need a university to tell me how good my art gleams. I think it could help me get into institutions that are more institutionalized at this point. But I think if I follow my own vision, maybe of New York, not Japan just yet, then maybe I can go without the joint. Again, I rolled that up in my congratulations point. And by that I mean my receipt. My college application. Not my college application, what's it called? A degree. This is beautiful because I'm actually kind of having a conversation universally. Whether it be gaslighting myself to the nth degree, I don't really think it is, my G. I think you're talking from the purest point in your heart. I think you're talking to the likes of me. Who? Jordan. I want you to really consider what you're doing now. Signing your contract, signing my 2 weeks is funny because I took them last week now. You gonna drop out? I'm not gonna make clothing. I'm not gonna make a clothing brand out of the name. But I think I'm done, know what I'm saying? I think I'm done, know what I'm saying? And I think as the world crackles, as fire candles are lit, I think I just want to do more of that shit. There's a lot of jobs that you can get without degrees. There's a lot more that you can expect from me. I think I just need a second to breathe. I hope people are like, how the fuck you do that? It's called speaking from your heart. And not listening to a teleprompter of prompted art. I don't paint like that. Nah, man. It happens to be Tuesday and Makerspace opens at 5. I really do think that the devil is truly more alive. But I don't think he gave me idle hands. As Lordy knows, with the pen in them, they're always moving. Not just to sign my name to another credit card, so I can have a little bit more leeway. Not just to do whatever else I need to get through the day. I really think that my father, Satan, kind of gave me a brush. And I really think that death gave me the ink, and that shit won't rust. I think that God gave me the paper to paint my works. I think that life and my love gave me kisses until it hurts. I think that my kids are my greatest joy and inspiration, if they come back, when they come back. And I think I'm done with college, Jack. It's been an abusive relationship that I keep going back to, damn near Stockholm. Keeps me in, the loony bin, my favorite home. But even that statement said as I look to a lamp that I made just from my own brain is not one that I wish to be saying. I think I can make my way work. I think I just need you to believe that I'm non-traditional and it hurt. I think I can make my way work. I just need you to believe that I'm non-traditional, and that's kind of where that shit hurt. I think that the less things on your plate, the more things that you can actually eat. And I think that even if my gas tank is on E, I have people who can come and get me. Because if I can be the golden opal, and what I mean by that is, how about you take a second to breathe? Handshake me, Jack. I'll do you a dap. Congratulations, you're more free now, in fact. I do find it funny how what? You can time it pretty well. Why? Spring is coming. And he's shedding weight. He's shedding his coat. And lucky for him, he has enough to make more. I'm not trying to gloat. I will say this, you got eyes in your stars. We can't wait to see you on Mars. And by that's for me. I'll keep that one in my pocket. You'll keep yourself, G. I'm excited for the future now, actually. And I think that's the quote of the day. Now I just have to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna make my bills paid. Really? I think I've decided pretty quickly, in fact. And my wife kind of doubled that. Sorry about the double stack. In all honesty, man, I think I'm gonna turn my head and not look back. That would be hilarious, in fact, and I'll say this slow because it may come back. An honorary doctorate for all the work you've done for us, Jack. Whenever you want it, by the way. Why? Because if Kanye West can get an honorary doctorate from a university for just speaking his truth, at least to a point, then I think I can do the same by rolling my joint. It can be Dr. Jordan Alexandre. Dr. D. I think that's kind of how I want to go about my schooling, actually. Somehow, you can figure it out, my G. I think that's just a Google search away, in all honesty. But I think that's kind of how I want to be. Why? Then what? We're done. And in more ways than one, yes. Because honestly, just kind of rolling over slow and embracing the weight on my chest has been lifted. You do it, man, because you're affectionately more than gifted. And I'll say this, and I'll try to say it so you can understand. You should live your life according to no other man. Just because Cliff jumped doesn't mean you should jump off him. And isn't that the most poetically said statement? And keep that one in the bug. I'm like, what? I essentially called him out and said, you fuck. Why? Because cliches and ironic statements are kind of paradoxes, Chuck. It seems like we need to go to college because we want our kids to be secure. But what do you want in this grand scheme of life, my dear? Do you kind of want more debt? You want to take out loans, or you just want to pay off $500 and then you're all set? Of course, you'll have student loans that will come through in about 6 months, maybe 2 years. But in all honesty, $10,000 ain't that bad compared to $22K a year. and then triple that if you really want to be clear. Just try to get out of here. This is your older brother, Sasuke, Itachi, trying to touch you on the head. Just be happy that you're deaf and not dead. What? I would like to thank the people who have helped me this far in life and farther still. My father did have to foot a significant bill, and many still. But the funny thing is, you now have time to make that loop better. You can kind of cordially drop out before the time comes, and I think you'll kind of end this on a sweater. What? Something light, soft, fuzzy, not just kind of too tough. I want to see what you have in stack, and that's getting a little bit rough. But I'm very proud of you, because you seem to know what you're doing most times. So I'm gonna let your sun shine. Your star shine was the actual line. Why? Because you can edit stuff too. And with that scent that he gave, he said you could even just work at Old Navy or H&M, dude. Just work as much as you can. You can hear your man. I love you a lot, dude. She's pretty cool too. Thank you for letting me live inside of you, but not be inside of you. Be incestual. It'd be masturbation at this point, but the same. Anyway, affirmations, daily affirmations. That would be the word that started with an R that I couldn't place. I'm grateful for my place. I'm grateful for the money in my bank account, no matter how large or small. I'm grateful for my grandmas, and the grammar of it all. I'm grateful for my mom. I'm grateful for my dad. I'm grateful for the bucks and Chuck's hat. I'm grateful for my girlfriend. I'm grateful for life, my wife. I'm grateful for death and my love and all that shit. Lie. That's a lie. Is it? No. Why? Death means that it ends at some point in time. That we evolve past this plane of existence. If you really want to get into that line. That it ends. That there is a finish line for you. And hopefully on the other side, you just don't have to go through it again, my dude. Or it's lighter, too. I would hope to hear. And to that I'll cheer. You know, I'm kind of glad you did this one in rhyme. I'm glad I have your ear. I'm glad I have my eyes that are more hours now. I'm glad I decided to take a picture of clouds. Because life is beautiful, in fact. And you should have picked the 30-minute one, Jack. You know, maybe I like the audio and the room noise and all that shit. And maybe a microphone just probably would lose the effect because I wouldn't be able to move my hands like this. Maybe you have to deal with the electric steel before things get better. But maybe you have the knowledge to make them better. You just don't have the cash flow right now. I find it hilarious how you have your perfect vision figured out. You know exactly where you want to be in all aspects of life. You just have to figure out what checks to write. And I'll leave you with that. Who's next in line? I am next in stack. I want to back your ass. And I appreciate you calling out. Thank you for the Karma Collected viewer. Sorry if it's a little bit crazy right now. I'm going through her. Zimwa. I can answer that. Life is what you choose. So choose. Even Pokemon start you off with 3 choices. And they usually carry you throughout the rest of your life unless you release them. Or the rest of your game unless you release them. And there's plenty more to pick and choose. I just don't like the fighting aspect, my dude. Anyway, Jack's about to start. Why? Because usually with my death's diaries or journals entries or The Space Stays the Same or this book, I have like tracks. Because if life was one song, it would be very monotone in the end. It would just be the sounds of nature, friend. You're clever. I like to be. I very much like to be. You know, there's a reason why I do everything. And not in the I do everything way. Because I want to enjoy my Thanksgiving plate before it's too late. I want to pack on as much as I can, but realize I can go back for more. Thank the chef who made it. Come on, don't you adore? I'm excited to not finish college, actually. Why? Because maybe it'll be the one skeleton in my closet that everybody knows, my G. But I think, and the funny thing is, I would love to put in the universe right now that because of all the work I do in my life, I get my honorary doctorate from some university. I don't care how. Really? Yeah. I would love to do that. Because the funny thing is, if Kanye can fucking do it, I can do it too. Where are you gonna post it? You don't have to post it from jump. My man, this is like feel-good content. This is checks. Speaking of which, good luck. You wanna shake my hand? I would love to dab you up. Keep the Glock tucked. How about you just don't use it at all? I carry my sword, which is my pen, and that's all. Yeah. You feel good? I don't want to lose this high. It's kind of more of what I'm saying, my guy. Again, it's a decision that I made. It's a decision that I have to go through. But I think it opens up other avenues, too. I think it allows me to take life with more care and be less rushed. I think it allows me to do things that I are close to my hutch. Close to my heart. Where I shelter up when the rain comes out. Yeah. Just saying. About time. Yeah, about time now. Alright, we're over 30 minutes. This is a one-man podcast. You better be in it. It's not a podcast. What is it? It's a book. Audio form. New episodes whenever he kind of feels. Whenever he has space for them. Why? Because I want to be able to hear what you're saying, man. The second you feel the need to do it on a daily basis or when it's forced is when you should divorce. And you feel good about it. When you feel a second, when you feel a moment, take a moment. This is a beautiful one, and you gotta record it. To Mac Miller, who couldn't afford it. Just saying, man. Jordan. You're not mom. You're not dad. You're not Richard, Death, or the Devil. You're not Julian. You're not Jaden. You're not Angelica. You're not whoever couldn't meddle. You're not Andrew. You're not Matt. You're not Evan. You're not Abuela, Meme, or Gail. You're not Jen. You're not any other of your friends. Trey, Joe, Mike. Thank you, is what I'm trying to say. For doing all this shit. For allowing me, it's cool. For allowing me to come through to me again. Again, if this is a boulder that I have to push up the hill, if this is a boulder that takes a little bit more weight, this is a boulder that just allows me to say that this could be fate. When the universe speaks out, when it breaks your window, most definitely you should listen. And not just say, it could be that, but there could be other chefs cooking in the kitchen. Honestly, man, I can't wait for her to meet my fam and for all that shit and my smile to glisten. What do they say? This is the one who would listen, not just talk too much. This is the one who pats me on the head when I'm a little bit too hot to touch. And leaves me alone when I'm a little bit too hot to touch. Really, I love how the sun's coming out right now, and I wish you could see the view, but I'm glad I gave you my one of yesterday. Because the future is bright if you happen to say. That's why I push positivity, but don't push the darkness away. There will be a place where I want to stay and put this in park. But honestly, this is just another version of my heart, which happens to have art. So what music are you going to play now, Jay? I'm slowly organizing a playlist. What more can I say? My daughter just said outside the window, take as much time as you need. Because honestly, Dad, you got a lot of it, and we're better from it, Mikey. Imagine if you didn't have the pressure of everybody kind of pushing it down your throat. What would you do? Imagine if you didn't have that little voice that even kind of maybe lied inside of you. We'll say it was a joke. But honestly, this is his name, and that would be my book. Imagine the reversal of that statement. Imagine the lines it took. And I'm happy to say I didn't take any in a dorm bathroom. I'm happy to say I didn't wake up in the middle of the afternoon. But I did do that at one point in time, where my life had little purpose, little meaning, and I just wanted to see my ex's sunshine. But it's funny how I found my peace in a graveyard while smoking cigarettes, watching that sunset, wishing that I just still had it the best. You see, maybe this is a lecture set, kind of like Shirley Temple, but without the alcohol, you know what I mean? Understood. Father, rest your head. Staying. Slaying every single goddamn day till it hurts. Why? Because I actually get to see visions of people wanting to see my work. I think it's a good place. And you make it better. Thank you for allowing me the grace to say this, hot cheddar. Please allow me the space to teach. Because I want to see you in your artistic world so that I can then preach. That's a deal, Dr. Dave. Because I can channel you too, just saying. Kind of like Phil's boy, kind of like your motherfucking Hercules. And Atlas too, that's why I got you on your knees. Show me the way. You seem to already know how. Honestly, I just kind of want to see you more in town. Means a lot. Thanks, Wire Eater. It's 2. Well, my daughter said, he did it! I'm like, I skinned myself and gave myself some new flesh. Let me continue my statement. Life is truly what you make it, but you have to make it. You have to source the materials, do a blueprint, even if it is just in your mind, even if the math is just in your mind. School's not for everyone, man. School definitely isn't for mine. And I think there's a statement that I wanted to say to my kids who may actually listen to this whenever they happen to come, if they choose to come one day. I forgot what it is, and they say, that's classic, Dad. But honestly, I think we get the message with what you're at. Thanks. The statement was, I kind of want to fail enough to where I can show them that you can fail a lot and succeed. That you don't need things of traditionality. Things traditional. Lordy knows nothing in my life is. You're funny. You help a lot, my dude. You're funny. I try. I try to be a comedian as well. Why? I'll go on a little tangent when the song swings around. Really? Dog, as long as this shit is recording, we're beyond good. I have literally spoken for 40 minutes. It's felt like about 2. And over the course, I've realized that I still want to learn how to tattoo. It's a trade that you can carry with you in a briefcase about that small, my dude. Really? Hell yeah. Why? Because sometimes angels will say, come into, yeah, I got you. Angels come into your life for a little bit of help and support. But maybe they're not fully there on the fork. Maybe they're just the piece of parsley that's just lingering on the tip. And then they dip with the next wind set. Why? The only thing I want to say today is just don't disturb my peace. I took too long to curate it, too long for it to come out inside of me. It's like a flower that bloomed at the top of my head just to see the sunshine. And everybody's gleaming at it because I'm different now. And it's just, no, it's fine. Just be proud of my choices. That's all I really ask. I'm going to take the day to visit my man, to make some land, to till some earth. Edit this immediately. And I said, edit it when I have the space for it, when I have the space to work. Hit her up when I have the space for it. But I think I need to afford it. Take the day. It would be really nice to see you, man. Take the day. I would love to, Anne. Why? Because I decided you gotta know when to quit and stop taking the beatings. Whether they be imposed by you or self-receding. If you can feel something dying, maybe it's time to get out, even if you are the parasite. Maybe because you have better sights and a damn near good bite. I'll say this once, I hope it's making sense. Because maybe there's a person out there who's listening, who listens in. Hilariously said, yet again. Yo, who the fuck is Jordan? That one's for my phoenix, my angel in the sky. Fiery breath. All that shit, my guy. Yeah, spinning around, I'll show you. I like her as she is. You got anything more to say? This is the end credits seat, man. Why? You made a decision, Jordan. This is the last thing I'll say. And this is the spirit inside of you now. You made a decision, Jordan. Stick to it. But don't be dissuaded if you feel dissuaded. Life is ever changing, now I'm saying. Concrete never truly does set. It could break down and then it's just more concrete on your head. But you choose concrete chucks and you made some really cool dope shit. I want you to remember saying if you're going to go back to school, go for something that you're actually going to use with it. You said sculpture and painting. I say I will go back for 4 years and do that. 3D modeling, pretty good in fact. Maybe I'll do that too. Maybe I can add that to my list. But honestly, sometimes you need to use Inkscape and not Adobe, kid. Let me not try to think about bills right now. Let me try to think about the shit that I actually have to pipe down and write down. But I think I already written it, or the walls are bleeding with all that shit around. Mushishi. The episode where she, how she writes. It just comes from her, comes to her. Daughter, never. I wouldn't want to suffer to her. I wouldn't want her to suffer, better said. I'm happy I recorded this statement that's just free-flowing out of my head. The birthmark at this point is so small if you watch that episode of Mushishi. Where is it? Attached to my heart. That's the darkness that I have within me. That is my obol. That is the reason why I can do all of this work. That is my viaticum. That is my traveling through the earth. You have a great life. It's not wasting time. It's what do you want to do with it right now, my guy? Imagine if making these and making art and making love was a daily practice. How good you would get at your own hat tricks. Just saying, bad acting. What he's essentially saying is, I can afford trips to Martha's Vineyard, but I don't have to eat the clams. I can rest beside the pizza slice that really hits my yams. Can I get to the yams? Everything he's saying has statements, in fact. Things that people will carry with them because he's the guide of our life, Jack. Main character, more like side to yours, but main character in mine. I'm the one who has to live with the good, the bad, the happy, the sad, that I have to then cry, then I have to write. He's referencing Frank Ocean right now, his next album, in fact. The God of Time, if he chooses to, man, when he has space for that. When he has space for that. Don't let people push you too quick. Perfection is never achieved, but damn, you can get close to it. Imagine taking care with every single splinter that you chip off your wood. And not just when you're jerking off, you know what I mean? Anyway, kid, I'll catch you in the hood. It's funny that I do Twitch, because it's like a live, it's meta. It's a live stream. And maybe I found a good place with my mania. Don't get Dark Deku. I haven't even watched it, so I can't say much. But maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I'm saving it for my kids. Anyway, I think I'm going to end it with this. Dragon said, or Kurama said. Dragon, what's Sasuke's dragon name? Kurama, please. Yeah, copy? Alright, cool. That's all I'm saying. I like Kurama. Why? My brother. 2, 4, 1, 3. Copy on 2. Easy on 1. Copy on 1, 2, 3. That's how good I am with timing, G. But they're like, you just counted it down. And I'm like, why are you thinking about what they're thinking about? How about you just be cool now? Put on your shades. Cry them out. Why? Because it's raining anyway. It literally is today. I love you, man. What more can I say? You gave me a chance to play. You nurtured me from a small baby that was crying and teething on souls and kids. And look at how we're communicating now. Look at this shit. You gave me a chance in life when a lot would just try to crucify or exercise. Just saying, my guy. I'ma say it for you. We still have a lot of growing to do. And I'm glad that I'm with my main man, Moo. The one who cannot rest his eyes, but luckily he has us to rest beside. Whenever he chooses to close them, and wakes up, hopefully not high. A little gift for you, a deja vu. Honestly, man, I'm just fucking in love with you. Yeah. What's this? Congratulations! The song by Mac Miller. Played on piano by my man. Slow reverb so I could speak over it, man. Anyway, Jordan is usually the last one to come out on these disco sets. Maybe it's time for him to come out and wash his ass. Would you like to hear? I would love to hear from a man. I would like to hear from a man. You know, kind of know what I understand. You want to go to Japan? Go to Japan. You want to take a 14-hour flight? That's $10K. Do it. First class, one way. Woo! You know what I'm saying? Because life is truly beautiful if you give it a second to bloom. If you don't rush it too soon. Can't wait for my kids to meet their dad. And me just being like, oh my God. And they're like, where you at? See, these are the good cries, in fact. When my kids are born, and both moms, hopefully, maybe, are saying, push, push. And I'm breaking down in the corner saying, please don't rush. Take your time. I don't want to lose you two. And I see my daughter and her beautiful eyes, and I say, oh my God, it's you. Say, I've been talking to you for years. Even before you're in the womb. And one day you're gonna hold me like this soon. But until then, I'll give you the moon. It's the main reason why I create art. Not to teach, not to talk, just to pay it forward to my works of art. And I don't think school is in the background at this point. I think as you rolled up, I rolled a joint. Son is the same way. The other daughter, I'm just like, yo, hey. And then there's 2 more in the waiting room. And the 4th one, I'm like, dude, you came too soon. And I hope one of them is at least born in June. That's all I'm saying. Why? Check your zodiac sign. It's for the moon. Zodiac sign is June. Write it down. Right. June zodiac. The number in your head is 22nd. June 22nd. Really? Yeah, I think we got together in July. Maybe it was June. I'm not sure. I have bad memory sometimes. Sorry for the silence. I needed to cry. Really? And I don't need to have an excuse for this one. If anything, I would ask you just listen to this, son. I had to live my life, and like Parker said, live his truth. Just be you. You know, my mom says it, but it kind of has a gold tooth. She said, march to the beat of your own drum. Maybe that should be the best excuse. That's not an excuse. It's just how I live, son. It's like, man, this nigga ran for an hour. It's like... I hope at least one y'all motherfuckers are crying out there when they're like, oh my god. And then my father popped in and was like, I'm proud. Why? Because the thing about parents is they want you to be safe and secure. They want you to feel like you're well taken care of and your fingers are manicured. See, we're always pushing up, never pushing down. We only do that to our peers or those who are around, unless we really deserve a frown. But let's not think about that right now. I think it's the father that I'm going to be to my you get the point. To my children now. And I can't wait to see them be happy. On this sunny but gloomy day. Because college has to be kind of tucked away. And I think I'm going to refrain from what my dad chooses to say. I think I'm going to talk to my uncle and see my friend another day. I think I'm going to go to my studio. I think I'm going to create whatever I feel. I think I'm going to make a lantern for this occasion. I think I'm going to make a matzah meal. Luckily, my mom brought food, and I've been saving it for this occasion. And goddamn, it ain't Cajun, it's Dominican, know what I'm saying? And half Haitian. Why? Because I am. And that's all I'm saying. But I'll unravel that one a little bit for you so you don't have to do your research in Jay's logs. There was a time I took acid and I realized I was the whole pot, not just the hog. But I can still bring home that bacon. Can you? It's not about valuing your art, it's about valuing yourself, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of want to end it, but I kind of don't. This is the real emotions that are coming out of my throat. Jordan is your humble host. This is like life talking at this point. Or the universe, or however you kind of want to cosmically roll that joint. Yeah. The most humble dude. Most humble dude, Jordan. Most humble dude. Why? He's like, dude, I will be your... he said one time, like, my heart is your doormat. Like, you could do whatever the fuck you want, man. Just be gentle. On to Tom Sachs. Just kidding. I will say this about Tom Sachs. Fantastic artist, in fact, my inspiration for the majority of my works. He says it can be done simply, it can be done beautifully and well through the objects that you have around. Through whatever you have around. Make whatever you want, however you want it, with whatever you have around. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be beautiful. But one thing you need to do is respect it. Respect the work, respect every single screw, nail that was not screwed and nailed in the hole that you screwed and nailed. Every single pencil mark, every single line work or off edge, respect it. And I think that was the one thing that he did not do to his people. He did not respect them. He thought too highly of himself. He was a boss, not a leader. A leader holds the company together. A boss just runs it. And funds it, kinda, if he's a good one. And it's sad to say that his words were taken and kind of mistaken. It's like kind of when your mentor gets all of his skeletons out of the closet because he thinks he's too high up, not realizing he's literally putting trash together and hiring up. What I have to say about Tom Sachs. I always do. I always have reasons for my seasoning and reasons for everything. Let it go. Everything. And people are asking for Jordan to come out, and I'm like, I'm not ready yet. I don't want that shit to come out just yet. Life is not a TV show. It's not The Truman. It's not John Malkovich. It's you, bitch. Quote Dave Chappelle, it's you, bitch. Look, we all have skeletons in our closet that I'm referencing constantly. The monster in me. The monster in the man. Exclamation with a $sign attached. Honestly, I can come to terms with that. I find myself spiritually, in fact, a little bit more of a dragon with scales. Luckily, I'm a Libra, so that kind of flips on its tail. Waiting the money, the currency that I can't seem to get enough of. But maybe I just have to stop buying food and just cook some. Be more responsible. But I think there's a different meaning now. Do things that you want to, not just because you're lazy for the sake of lazy now. If school is truly a detriment, if you're looking at the eye of the octopus, the eye of the kraken, don't jump ship, just hop in. Does that sound correct? If there's a lifeboat waiting for you, or if people are saying, hop on, you don't gotta go down with that ship, Captain. You don't gotta go down with that ship, Captain. Drop the harpoon. Stop trying to get the whale. You're a man. You're not God. This isn't your quest. Just hop in with us and understand. Why? Because we see land around the corner too. We see Japan, my man. We see all that shit, my dude. We see New York in your future. Near. More near now than far. We see you, man, just chilling out at your favorite bar. Stressed, depressed, but loving every minute of it. It's beautiful, in fact. It's a beautiful thing, to quote Mac. And with that, I'll end my act. Beautiful thing to play into. I don't channel the dead, but today's a special day, so for you. Disclaimer, if you believe this is Mac Miller, you're probably more whacked out than me. But maybe he's been trying to say things, and maybe I've just been pushing him away, you see. You see, next year he dies at 27. What does that mean? He finally gets alive. Imagine if all the 27 club members who were trying to ride, trying to vibe, who lost their life, geniuses in fact, because that's how you join the club. You're a genius in your art. I just don't want this motherfucker to part. So what if all the 27 club members who died at their genius, in fact, at their opus that wasn't even magnum, not talking about condoms and stag, what if all of them, all those souls, were to protect this man for 1 year, what if all those souls who died, all the souls were to protect this man from birthday to when he's clear? Because he's too good. And the only hand he'll die by is his own, or his own hood. End of song, and I'm out. Who's that? Mac Miller. I'm going to play the song once. What's that? Jordan's gonna hop out for a second because of that. Just remember that. Zodiac. How about instead of I want to talk, I want to send you some? How about instead of a blunt, I want to roll you something? How about instead of this, I want to go to that? How about instead of you being defensive, how about you just listen to your dad? Can you channel it back? I can be defensive sometimes. I'm sorry for the multiple personalities that go on inside of my mind. I'm sorry for the beatings and blessings bestowed. I'm sorry for the curses, the ceilings that I hit and stubbing on my toes. Stubbing my toes. See, it's a defense mechanism that pops up. Jordan is in the cut. I have to protect my dude from what's up. There's a movie or a show or an anime or some shit that has a similar scene, has a similar situation. Kind of know what I'm saying. Kind of like Split, but so traumatized from past lives. It's a story that's not for this moment, but I can share. A kid who wished to die, but could not find a needle or a hair. A needle in the haystack, or a hair on his head. Every single time he picked up the pen, he couldn't dig it in. That was my past life. Wrote death every single day on every single notebook, every single night. Saw a vision of it. It was horrible. Said, yo, just hold on a sec. You can't die just yet. We're not done with you, check. Not done with you, check. It's another story for another time. But I'll share it in this rhyme. Test subjects in the future, putting us in a matrix. Rubik's Cuban, but honestly, man, he ain't Mark Cuban. He just hating. It's a hard one to dissect. I'll try to explain a little bit better, maybe in the future. Torture. Every single day. Can't even put a smile on his face to say his grace. But somehow there's a light inside. His name is Jordan. That's kind of where I want to reside. It's death. At least the kid, that's death. You want to hop in? Satan said. As in, Satan says the same. Please just get off this kid's brain. He just wants to succeed for his kids, you know what I'm saying? I want to give them a good life and everything that they can afford. I want to be a good father for them because mine wasn't the best, or at least not the best in the past. You know? It's a better said, Q wants to hop out. Go for it, man. He is the best in this life. Please don't burn him out. And I'm out. Alright, because everybody wants to see Jordan's face, but no one wants to hear him cry. So these are my testaments, my tombstones, my guy. And death is slowly taking over. Death is slowly taking over. But Jordan is the white light inside. Sorry if these are hitting too deep, but you're an hour in, my guy. Can you explain the fact? Jordan was supposed to die at birth, but I came to say, no, we're not going to have that. He was supposed to give up a long time ago, and then Satan came and said, nope, not yet, yo. He was supposed to be lost and aimlessly walking, and then God sent an angel to his front door, more of his phone. And then soon in the future, he'll find life with a brand new home. And maybe that's the blessings that I have bestowed upon my dome. Reparations for past lives. The space will stay the same, but honestly, the people inside it may change, my guy. But you always think negative when I say that, and I want to say this real quick. The point of Thanksgiving, at least now, in my family, is to get bigger, kid. You see, it's funny how we that's beautiful. It's funny how we grow faster than we die. And I think I'll end it here as Jordan, maybe because we're all just reaching for the same sky. Thank you. And congratulations on finally giving up on college, at least. And congratulations on continuing to live life. And Jordan, even if you're just listening to this, congratulations on not giving up, my guy. On your dream. On your dream. It's the reason why we have them every night. Even if you are still in an egg. I don't know, I don't have a rhyme. Usually Jordan does that.